After being kept in solitary confinement for years, Armando Cruz can no longer resist the screaming voices in his head. He took his self-made noose and wrapped it around his neck and let his life slip out of him. At a young age, Armando was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and because of this, he had to deal with these voices in his head for years and years. At the age of 17, he was convicted for murdering a cop and therefore was put into prison. While in prison, he received no treatment, and his schizophrenia got worse and worse, and therefore his suicide occurred. Was Armando's fate inevitable, or is there a solution to the mentally ill in prisons today? Deborah Watson said in her article, Some Background of the Incarceration of the Mentally Ill in the U.S. Prison Systems, she talked about how Dorothy Dix had fought for the mentally ill to be taken out of prisons. This shows that this has been in discussion for years, and we must be aware of the issues so that we can find this solution. I have been studying this topic for months, and therefore have seen different opinions and facts and solutions that may occur. The problem with halfway houses in prison life is that it does not satisfy the needs of the mentally ill criminals, which need justice and treatment at the same time. The absence of punishment or of treatment is a problem in today's solution. However, because I know the desire for justice and notice the need for treatment, I propose that the mentally ill be put in prisons, but still have doctors, psychiatrists, and therapists available so that they can overcome their mental demons. In the past, America has tried two different solutions. The first is the optimistic solution, which they believe every mentally ill criminal should be taken out of prisons and therefore be put into mental institutions where they can get treated. Anna Swanson said in her article, a shocking number of mentally ill Americans are put in prison instead of given treatment, in which she says to the rising number of mentally ill prisoners, quote, a heartbreaking truth is the part of this increasing due to the spread of failure to treat the mentally ill. However, putting all the mentally ill in mental institutions has three main problems. First, it is too expensive to build these institutions and hire doctors. Second, there is no consequence for the criminal acts that they have committed. There must be justice. And third, there can be no result from the treatment if these people have no desire to change. The second view is the pessimistic view. This is the belief that every mentally ill criminal should be put into prison and be treated like every other inmate. Doris J. James and Lauren E. Glaze said in their article, Mental Health Problems of Prisoners and Jail Inmates. They talk about the 705,600 inmates that were mentally ill in prisons in America in 2006, and how only 1 out of 6 of these prisoners had any treatment. Because they are stuck in prison, they are usually ill-treated, and therefore their issues either remain the same or become worse. So when they re-enter society, they still have their criminal mentality. Therefore, I believe in a solution that has both justice and treatment mixed in. I believe that all mentally ill criminals should be put into prison. However, I believe that there should be doctors, psychiatrists, and therapists available for them to go to. They can choose if they want the help, and because of this, there may be more results, and they can overcome these mental problems. In conclusion, it is apparent that justice and treatment are not involved in the solutions today for the mentally ill criminals. However, it is also apparent that in my solution, there is no need to diminish punishment, but only to add doctors, psychiatrists, and therapists into this treatment so that they can overcome these. Think back to Armando at the beginning. Would his story have changed if he had someone to talk to and had overcome his past? Now you may be wondering, how does this affect me, or what can I do about this? Considering this is a legal action, we must all be aware of it if it goes to court. Since we are Americans, we have the right to vote, and we must stand up for what we believe in. Even if we are too young or don't vote, we must also spread awareness of it. It's a choice, and you must choose it.